Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others when you are not guided by some common good. These are the early words of Book 4 of Meditations, a quiet rebuke to idle distraction, and a call to turn inward, to live with clarity, self-discipline, and truth. In this book, Marcus reminds us to trust our rational nature, to guard the inner temple of the soul, and to rise above praise, blame, pleasure, or pain. It is a meditation on integrity, not the integrity others see, but the kind that exists when no one is watching. The world may pull you in many directions, but only one path is yours to walk. Walk it with justice. Walk it with reason. Walk it with peace. This is Meditations, Book 4, presented by Rust Books. Verse 1. That inward ruling part of man, if it remains in its true natural temper, is always ready to adjust to whatever the world may throw its way. If the original plan cannot be carried out, it turns without complaint to what can be done, choosing a new path, yet walking it with the same dignity. It never clings blindly to one outcome. Whatever it sets out to do, it does with quiet allowance, ready to shift when nature calls it elsewhere. Just like a great fire, small fires are extinguished by obstacles, but a mighty blaze, it consumes the fuel in its path, and with it, it grows ever stronger. Verse 2. Let nothing be done rashly. Let nothing be random. Let all your actions follow the most exact rules of reason. Let your life be a practiced art, not a series of impulses. Verse 3. They seek solitude in country villas, on seashores, among quiet mountains. Even you have longed for such retreats. But all this comes from a certain naivety. Whenever you desire peace, you can retire not to the coast or to the hills, but into yourself. No retreat offers more tranquility than the one within your own soul, especially if it holds thoughts prepared, ready to bring you ease the moment you look inward. Tranquility means an orderly mind, calm, free from noise and confusion. Visit this inner refuge often. Renew yourself. Let the thoughts you return to be simple and clear. They should be enough to clean your soul and send you back into the world with peace. What is it that disturbs you? Is it the wickedness of others? Then remember, all rational beings are made for one another. It is part of justice to bear with them. They do wrong, but not willingly. And those who once hated and harmed, where are they now? Reduced to ashes, their battles long over. Is it fate that troubles you? Then remember, all that happens is either providence or the atoms. But either way, you are a citizen of a world city, and your portion belongs to the whole. What about your body? It suffers, perhaps, but your mind, when it knows its own power, is untouched. Whether life runs gently or harshly, your mind is indifferent. Does reputation concern you? Then think how quickly everything is forgotten. The chaos before your birth, the oblivion after your death. Even the greatest fame rests in the hands of people who know little and live briefly. So return, withdraw to your soul. Often, let this be your habit, and guard yourself from distraction. Do not be carried away by impulse. Live as a man whose aim is virtue, as a being made to live kindly, to live justly, to live among others. 2 truths to keep close. 1. The external world cannot reach the soul. All disturbance comes from within. 2. Everything you see today will soon be changed, gone. This world is constant change, and this life only opinion. Verse 4. If understanding and reason are common to all, then so too must be the reason that tells us what to do and what not to do. If this reason is shared, then it is law. And if law, then we are fellow citizens. Citizens of one commonwealth, the world itself. What other state can include all of humanity? From this shared city we draw our reason, our understanding, our sense of justice. Just as your body draws from the common earth, water, air, and fire, so too does your mind draw from something greater, a universal source. Verse 5. As with birth, so with death. Both are secrets of nature. A simple return, elements dissolving back into elements. It is no disgrace, no tragedy. It is part of the natural rhythm, as inevitable as it is proper to a rational being. Verse 6. Certain things must happen because they follow from certain causes. To wish otherwise is like wanting a fig tree without sap. And in a short while, you and I, and even our names, will be gone. Verse 7. Take away opinion, and no one is wronged. If no one believes he is wronged, then there is no wrong at all. What does not corrupt your character cannot ruin your life. It cannot hurt you, not inside nor out. And if nature allowed it to happen, then it was necessary. Verse 8. Whatever happens in the world happens justly, not just as a sequence of causes and effects, but with fairness, with balance, with the measure due to each thing's true worth. Continue to notice this, as you already have begun. And whatever you do, be sure of one thing, that it is something a good man could rightly do. Verse 8. Whatever happens in the world happens justly, not just as a sequence of causes and effects, but with fairness, with balance, with the measure due to each thing's true worth. Continue to notice this, as you already have begun. And whatever you do, be sure of one thing, that it is something a good man could rightly do. Verse 9. Don't think as the one who wrongs you thinks. Don't fall into his story, his judgment. Look deeper. See the truth of the thing itself. Verse 10. Hold fast to 2 rules. First, do nothing except what reason from the highest part of your soul directs for the good of others. Second, be ready to change your mind if someone shows you where you're mistaken, not for flattery, not for gain, but for truth, for justice, for the public good. Verse 10. Hold fast to 2 rules. First, do nothing except what reason from the highest part of your soul directs for the good of others. Second, be ready to change your mind if someone shows you where you're mistaken, not for flattery, not for gain, but for truth, for justice, for the public good. Verse 11. You have reason, don't you? Then why not use it? If reason does its part, what more could you possibly need? Verse 12. Until now, you have existed as a distinct part. Soon, you will vanish into the whole, returned to the common substance from which all things come. Like grains of frankincense laid upon the same altar, one burns now, another later, but all become one. Verse 13. In just 10 days, those who praise you today will call you a god, if only you return to reason. And yet, if you don't, they will think of you as nothing more than a brute or an ape. Verse 14. Live not as if you had 1,000 years ahead of you. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is still possible, be good. Verse 15. How much time he gains who stops concerning himself with what others have said, done, or planned. Instead, let him only mind his own actions to ensure they are just and holy. As Agathos said, look not upon the faults of others. Run straight without distraction. Verse 16. He who craves posthumous fame does not understand. Those who remember him will soon die too. And those who remember them, they will die as well, until even memory itself is extinguished. But even if memory were eternal, what good would that do you? Not after death, but now, while you live. What is praised is not made better by praise. What is truly good needs no compliment. Justice, truth, modesty, kindness, these are virtues in themselves. Does an emerald lose its worth if no one speaks of it? Does gold, or ivory, or a blade of grass, a tree, a flower? What is, simply is. Praise adds nothing. Verse 17. Some ask, if souls live on after death, how could the air possibly contain them all? But I ask, how has the earth since the beginning contained so many bodies buried in it? Just as the earth receives dead bodies and breaks them down into other forms, so too the air might take in the soul, and after a while transmute it, transform it, or draw it back into the great rational source from which all souls came. Thus, room is made for those newly departed. And consider this, every day countless beasts are consumed by man and by other creatures. Where do they go? They are not lost, they are changed into blood, into air, into fire. Truth lies in recognizing the two great categories, the material and the active, the shaping force. Verse 18. Let your every movement be just. Let your every thought grasp the truth of the moment. Never wander, never act without reason. Verse 19. Whatever is good for the world is good for me. Nothing is too early or too late if it comes in season for the universe. Whatever nature brings forth, I accept as ripe and fruitful. O nature, from you all things arise. In you all things exist. To you all things return. They once said, O Athens, beloved city of sea crops. Shall I not say, O world, beloved city of God? Verse 20. People say, if you want peace, don't get involved in too much. And they're right. A man should confine himself to only those actions reason and duty require. Such simplicity brings a double reward: peace from doing what's right and peace from doing less. Most of what we do is unnecessary. Strip it away. Ask yourself often, is this truly needed? Cut off the action and the useless thought behind it. Then you'll be free, clear, at ease. Verse 21. Try this: the life of a good man, one who is content with whatever fate assigns, and who finds peace in the justice of his present actions, and hope in the goodness of his intentions for what lies ahead. You've tried the other way. Now try this. Let go of the clutter. Return to simplicity. Does someone offend? The wrong is theirs, not yours. Has something happened to you? It was meant for you, destined from the beginning, as part of the great unfolding. Life is short. Use the time you have with discretion, with justice, and even in joy. Practice moderation. Verse 22. This world, is it not a cosmos? A beautiful, ordered whole? And if not, if instead it is a wild mix of things, then even that, by some deeper pattern, forms a single, comely piece. Could there be beauty in you, and nothing but chaos in the whole universe? Impossible. All things are distinct in their nature, yet still interwoven, joined by sympathy, by design. Verse 23. A dark soul, a soft, spineless one, a harsh, cold one, a wild, cruel one sheepish, childish, dull, a liar, a jester, a fraud, a tyrant. And then you marvel at them? He who is surprised at what people do is just as much a stranger here as the one who knows nothing of what the world is. Verse 24. The true fugitive is the one who runs from reason. The blind man is he who sees not with the mind. The poor are those who always need others for what they should find in themselves. You reject what life gives you? Then you rebel against the same nature that brought you into this world. You stir unrest, not in a city of stone, but in the shared city of rational beings, when you act without reason. Verse 25. There is a man without even a coat, living philosophy. He says, I am half naked, I have no bread, yet I do not abandon reason. And I say, though I lack the nourishment of teaching, though I hunger for guidance, still I will not abandon reason. Verse 26. Whatever your craft, whatever your calling, love it. Let it console you. Live the rest of your days as one who truly entrusts all, his body, his mind, his fate, to the gods. And as for men, neither bow before them, nor rule over them with tyranny. Verse 27. Think back to the days of Vespasian. You'll find the same patterns: marriages, births, illness, deaths, wars, feasts, merchants trading, farmers plowing, flatterers flattering, boasters scheming, plotters scheming, lovers longing, misers hoarding, men chasing status and crowns. And now, that time is gone, all of them dust. Then came the time of Trajan, the same motions, the same cravings, the same end. Look upon every age, every nation, and see how people exhaust themselves in pursuit of fleeting things. Think of those you've known, so distracted by vanity, so far from their true purpose. Let your actions match the true weight of things. Don't be worn down by lingering over what is small. Attend to what matters. Then move on. Verse 28. Once common words, now forgotten. Once famous names, now dust. Camillus, Caso, Volasius, Leonatus, once bright stars, now shadows. Even Scipio, Cato, Augustus, Hadrian, Antoninus Pius. Their names too will fade. What were marvels to one age will be fables to the next. And what of the rest of us? Unknown, unremembered, almost as soon as we pass. So, what endures? Not fame, not legacy. Only this, that your mind be just, your heart compassionate, your words honest, your understanding sound, and your will ready to accept whatever comes as natural, necessary, and flowing from the source that made all things, yourself included. Surrender then, not with bitterness, but willingly, to fate. Verse 29. Everything you see, all of it, present only for a moment. Memories fade. Those who remember, too, vanish. The universe is constant motion, transforming, renewing, replacing. This is its nature. This is its joy. Don't think that only seeds lie in soil or womb. Every change, every moment is a seed, the beginning of something new. Verse 30. You are near death, and still you haven't mastered simplicity. You are still unsettled, still troubled by things outside your control, still uncertain, still not wholly kind, still not just in every act. And yet, this was your one true calling. Verse 31. Look closely at those the world calls wise. Watch them. Watch what they fear, what they chase after. And ask yourself, is that wisdom? Verse 32. Your suffering does not live in another man's mind, nor does it live in your body. The body is only the cottage of the soul. Where then does pain live? In your judgment of what befalls you. Let your mind admit no opinion of misery, and all is well. Even if your body is wounded, burned, or begins to decay, let the soul remain still. Judge this instead. If something can happen equally to a good man and a wicked man, then it is neither good nor evil. It is simply part of nature. Verse 33. Imagine the world as one living being, one soul, breathing through all things. Everything is connected. Every cause, every effect, every motion, part of a single harmony. Nothing stands alone. All things exist because they help each other exist. Verse 34. And what are you, aside from that higher part within you, that spark of reason, the only true self? As Epictetus said well, a poor soul dragging a corpse through life. This is what we become when we forget the soul leads and the body follows. Verse 35. Change is not harm, just as becoming something new is no gift. The world flows like a river, each moment swept away, each thing replaced. What appears vanishes. What vanishes makes way for what comes next. Verse 36. All that happens is as natural as spring roses or summer fruit. Sickness, death, slander, betrayal, yes, even these. Ordinary, familiar, like seasons to the wise. Nothing happens out of place. There's not mere succession here, but harmony. Each event follows the last with quiet necessity. The world is not chaos, but a symphony. Verse 37. Heraclitus reminds us, earth dies into water, water into air, air into fire, and back again. All is transformation. Don't live by habit. Don't speak or act asleep, guided by vague opinions or blind imitation. Reason governs all, and yet men resist it. Daily wonders pass them by, yet still they marvel, like strangers to life. Verse 38. Suppose a god told you, "You shall die tomorrow," or the day after. Would you beg for that single day more? Would you tremble over such a trivial gap? Then why should you value 10 years more than one day? Life is not measured by its length. Verse 39. Think often how many physicians, grim in their manner, furrowed brows fixed on death, are themselves long buried. How many astrologers, proudly predicting others' ends, couldn't escape their own? How many philosophers, after volumes on life and eternity, are now dust? Generals who buried armies, kings and tyrants who dealt death like gods, now fallen into silence. Entire cities, Hellas, Pompeii, Herculaneum, all gone. And those you knew, one buried another, then themselves lowered in turn. Everything fleeting. What is man? A moment ago, mere mucus, soon ashes or embalmed silence. So part as the olive that falls in season, grateful to the tree that bore it, and the earth that receives it. Verse 40. You must be like the sea cliff, firm, unshaken. Though waves crash endlessly, it stands, and the fury breaks and calms around it. Verse 41. Oh, wretched me! Misfortune has struck! No, blessed am I, that I endure it without grief. The blow might befall anyone, but to bear it calmly, that is rare. That is strength. Can it be a misfortune if it doesn't stop you from being just, brave, wise, kind, free? No. Whatever happens is not the misfortune, but how you bear it, that is the measure of your greatness. Verse 42. It may be a simple thought, but a powerful remedy against the fear of death. Reflect on those who clung to life with greed and desperation. What did they gain that the early dead did not? Cadiciantus, Fabius, Julianus Lepidus. They buried many, only to be buried themselves. A man's life, so brief, and what a burden it carries. Endless distractions, restless desires, a fragile body that groans with time. So let death be a matter of indifference. Look behind you, an endless void. Ahead, another infinity. What then is the difference between living 3 days or 3 ages in the face of eternity. Verse 43. Let your path be the straightest one, always. The shortest path is that which follows nature, to speak and act with soundness and truth. This alone frees you from confusion, from strife, from pretending, from vanity. Verse 43. Let your path be the straightest one, always. The shortest path is that which follows nature, to speak and act with soundness and truth. This alone frees you from confusion, from strife, from pretending, from vanity. And so ends Book 4, a quiet reckoning with the soul, with nature, and with duty. Marcus reminds us, truth needs no ornament, reason no defense, and peace begins within. The battle is not out there, but here, in how we judge, how we act, how we endure.